Hello from Sahara, FYI Sahara YouTube, and it's wonderful to be talking to you. I have a tiny little addendum to add to the State of the Union reading I just did. So let me draw it up. I need to clarify something, and it's kind of cute. It is kind of a Scorpio addendum. And this is for my Scorpio friends out there. This is when Scorpio suns and moons begin fighting over who's better. And you are a Scorpio rising, and you know you've already secured that position. So I just suggest get out your tiara right now. And I wanted to bring this up because the last reading really was a Scorpio rising situation. And there's two symbols for the Scorpio and the Scorpion. One is the eagle, who flies high above everything, and the other is the Scorpion, who stings and gets even. And unfortunately, there's not enough said about the eagle, or actually almost regal, getting above it all. So let me go on to the rest of the, this is very short. In the last State of the Union, I passed over very quickly the Nine of Cups reversed, and it needed clarification. The Nine of Cups upright could be considered the Scorpio, really the eagle. And the reversed is kind of, I hate to say it, but the one of the interpretations is the prostitute or the whore. And it actually says that in old texts. This is someone that would do anything for money. This is a Republican card, and our Republican friends are struggling with identity problems right now. And what is happening is this showed the Nine of Cups reversed. The merchant is fat and happy, and but he's sitting in front of, let me see if you can see this clear enough. In this thread, the Nine of Cups was reversed, and it is the fat merchant. He's got everything, and it's all his. And but it's upside down. He doesn't realize it, but he's losing his possessions and his emotional security. First, there is emotional security and insecurity, then there's hoarding. And that's what we're dealing with right now, is some people, the 1% that are in control, they think they're in control, but they're losing control. When it's upside down, if you think about it, everything falls out of the cups. So you're losing. And the funny thing is, the actual interpretation for the Nine of Cups is the prostitute or the whore. And that always surprises me. However, even if you get it in a spread for yourself and it shows the Nine of Cups reversed, it means your values, that you're putting your ethics over your moral, over what you own. Because a Scorpio will hoard if they get insecure. And that's what we're dealing with the Nine of Cups on the ascendant. So I wanted to bring that to you. We have a change of the winds of change. The tides are changing for the haves and have-nots. The haves are holding on, but they're actually losing ground. And that's something to consider: morals, ethics, values, as opposed to hoarding for yourself. And you've got to think, where does the word whore come from? Perhaps from hoarding. So the next card was the Page of Wands in the second house of money. And all we've had is kind of a little scary with recession news, but the Page of Wands brings a little bit of a fresh wind and good news, at least for a while. Nothing is forever. On the third house of communications, this has been the worry that has shown up in reading after reading, both in our national horoscope and the tarot spreads. This is a happy home and everybody's singing and playing, but once again, with the cups reversed, the ethics are upside down. And let's go, what it is, the third house of communications is our network, our information network, and it's basically up for grabs. I've seen this in my flash tubes as well, that you're going to go to turn on your computer, your phone, or where you go to work, you're going to go to turn on things to make everything work. Say you work in a bank or information center, and things will go blank. It would be working fine, then blank. And I've seen that. And there's three things interfering with their communication networks. This is the new battleground for power, money, etc., etc., etc. And the Page of Wands in the second house are the young people with bright ideas and some good news to use your brains. We're not going to have wars anymore, not in the traditional sense. We're going to have, air wars, where everything's in the air, our information, everything, and our young people are going to be able to protect us because we're being invaded. And I didn't understand why I was getting the flash tubes of screens going blank intermittently in different places. And don't you know, New York had a blackout, London had a blackout, there was some in Brazil, then there were smaller blackouts, maybe a small local bank or a university or an airport, and that's something new. It's called, I forgot what it's called, it's malware, but what they do is they throw a glitch into your system. It could be for a whole city, like Atlanta. It happened in Atlanta. And there are actual negotiators, ransomware. There are negotiators who will go in and negotiate with the people that have hijacked your information. And if it's a bank, a university, hospital, it can be a small, localized area, but the amount of harm can be huge. And the institutions, governments, agencies will do anything and pay anything to get things up and running. So you're starting to see the things like Atlanta, New York, London, and I am feeling Chicago is coming up for an attack. And the negotiators go in to negotiate. It's almost like someone came into your house and turned the light switch off, and you can't see anything. And if you pay the money, they'll turn it back on. That's what we're dealing with. And that has shown up over and over. Our communication systems have become our most vulnerable. And next on the fourth house cusp was the Two of Pentacles. One moment, I think. Nope, that's not it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, here it is. This is our home. The fourth house is your home, your roots, and your environment. It's not a surprise to see that we have Hurricane Dorian about to hit the coast of Florida. And it's, of course, we all know this won't be the last of these kind of storms. And it is about our environment. It is topsy-turvy. The Two of Pentacles means you're trying to balance things and something's out of whack. and you see that there's water in the background. Of course, hurricanes are a huge problem. This was another flash tube that I got for hurricanes, and now it's a no-brainer. And so we're trying to juggle this. Our home is going to be, parts of our country are literally sinking. So you know what's happening, and this is how we're dealing with it. We're trying to balance it out. Do we want to short-term gain, cut down forests, and pollute the environment and get a gain, or do we want long-term solution to say, honest to God, the fellow on the first house cup, the 9 of cups, who wanted to hoard it all to himself, and he doesn't realize that he's washing out his foundations, and then pretty soon your home is gone, it's washed away. So if you socked away all that money, there's a point where you can't eat money. And the environment is important. So I wanted to go over, that's all I wanted to show you was, in this reading, I didn't quite explain the seriousness of the 9 of Cups. Then in the third house, the 10 of Cups upside down, our foundation. These are 2 foundations that are being washed out. And then down here you see the 2 of Pentacles. He's upside down. He's trying to balance it out. He can get his footing, and there's still a chance with this particular card. So I would let you go, and it's just that shaky kind of, we've got to get our footing here, and we're going to. The other cards show that this is coming together, that we will work to save our environment. Just how many more hurricanes and natural disasters? That's Mother Earth rebelling. We're supposed to be stewards of our Earth, and I wanted to expound on that. I want to have another State of the Union in a couple of days. I want to thank you so much for your questions and suggestions. My email is below. So I wish you namaste. Subscribe. Stay tuned for our next State of the Union.